I think this is an amazing period in history. Ruth dedicated her life to civil rights and to women's rights. She's done it since 1933, and she died fighting. I think it's our turn. I think that we really need to kind of finish her fight, at least to keep it going and keep the word out that everyone is equal, no matter their religion, their color, their sexuality, their race, anything. Humans are humans, and we should all be treated with kindness, respect, and gratitude.
According to Jewish tradition, only the most righteous people die on the eve of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. They are called tzaddik, and that is what God, and it is said that God held them back until the last moment because they were needed the most, and they were given the full measure of the year. And so we stand here tonight remembering Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a tzaddik who fought valiantly her entire life for those who deserve to be equal, a most righteous person. Who standing here or standing at any of the other courthouses tonight could have fought as bravely or as long? She stood alone, this little Jewish lady, and we let her carry our burden of hope and aspirations because we knew she would not submit or let us down. She was tenacious, she was unswerving, and we should remember that she carried with her the burdens and aspirations of those that went before. As some of you know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg last year received an honorary doctorate at the University of Buffalo, and when asked about her inspirations, she mentioned Nancy Drew, which was interesting. She loved Nancy Drew books, but then so did the other women on the Supreme Court. She also liked a woman from Western New York, Belva Lockwood, who in 1879 became the first woman admitted to practice law before the Supreme Court, and who was born in Royalton, New York, in Niagara County. Ruth had done her homework, and she said that Lockwood had been a big inspiration to her. And so I asked myself, who inspired me? And I ask you the same question. But most importantly, what were our aspirations? What are our aspirations? And who is there for the next generation? There is still a lot of work to be done. In the poem, When Great Trees Fall by Maya Angelou, the great trees fall, rocks on distant hills shudder, lions hunker down in tall grasses, and even elephants lumber after safety. When great trees fall in forests, small things recoil into silence, their senses eroded beyond fear. When great souls die, the air around us becomes slight, rare, sterile. We breathe briefly, our eyes briefly see with a hurtful clarity. Our memory, suddenly sharpened, examines gnaws on kind words unsaid, promised walks never taken. As great souls die, and our reality, bound to them, takes leave of us, our souls, dependent upon their nurture, now shrink, wizened. Great souls die, and our reality, bound to them, takes leave of us. Our minds, formed and informed by their radiance, fall away. We are not so much maddened as reduced to the unutterable ignorance of dark, cold caves. And when great souls die, after a period, peace blooms, slowly and always irregularly. Spaces fill with a kind of soothing, electric vibration. Our senses restored, never to be the same, whisper to us, they existed, they existed. We can be and be better, for they existed. Ruth Bader Ginsburg did not simply exist. None of us should simply exist. We can exist to be better. There is no question that righteousness and equality that Ruth Bader Ginsburg fought so hard for will have to be shouldered by us. And we must empower others, a new generation, to take up the mantle of justice. And after a period, peace will bloom, slowly. Our senses will be restored because she persisted.